Cool. So we have a genre. What is our genre here?
Historical fiction. I never seen that word.
Right.
In the 8 years I have.
Okay, so historical fiction. Okay, so we already know what fiction means. What's fiction?
Fiction is a story that is something that is not true because I have only one hand. It's not true because I have two hands.
Okay, so fiction means that it's a story that is not true, but historical comes from the word history. Okay, so this means a story that is not true, but that tells kind of history from the past that could happen. So it's kind of like realistic fiction, but it's still like fiction.
It might be happening in the past.
Right, exactly. Okay, so what is the title of this story here?
Jane's Discovery.
Jane's Discovery. Okay. How can one person change the way you think? Read how a future president changed Jane's life. Okay. Let's go ahead and read this page before we take the break. So, Jane slammed the door of the log cabin and raced toward the Indiana woods. Mother and father insisted that Jane go to school and learn to read. It was September of 1825, and Jane wanted to help on the farm like her brothers. Therefore, she told her parents no and refused to learn to read. Jane scooped up her long skirt and splashed through a small stream. Running helped her collect her thoughts, so she ran for what seemed like hours. She dashed around a tree and wasn't paying attention. As a result, she tripped over a pair of long legs stretched out in the grass. The legs belonged to her neighbor, Abe Lincoln. Abe was leaning against a tree, reading a book. He smiled, stood up, and extended his arms to help Jane up.
Jane slammed the door of the long cabin and raced down in the Indian woods. Mother and father insist that Kate go to school to learn to read. It was December.
Look carefully at all the words, okay? Because you're missing a few.
Father insists that Jane go to school and learn to read. It was December of 1825.
September
of 1825. And Jane wanted to help on the farm like her brothers. Therefore, he told her parents no and refused to learn to read. Like, why?
Well, she wanted to do other things, right? Like the work that her brothers did. So instead of staying home and reading, she just wanted to help out in the farm with the animals and the plants.
Yeah, she is. Well, I'll try to go to school because then I got friends and go to the birthday party if they invite me.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Jane scooped up her long skirt and splat through the small stream. Running helped her clear her thoughts, so he ran for that seemed like hours. She dashed around a tree and wasn't paying attention. As a result, she tripped over a pair of legs stretched out in the grass. The leg belonged to her neighbor, Abe
Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln. Abe was leaning against a tree reading a book. He smiled, scooped up, and extended his arm to help Jane up. What does extended?
To extend is to reach out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.